India is a union of states and it is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic with a parliamentary system of government. And the republic is governed, sorry, in terms of the Constitution of India. And you might be knowing that the Constitution of India was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949 and it came into force on 26th January 1950. Okay. So 26th January is a very important day for Indian Republic and every year we celebrate it as a Republic Day. So this constitution provides for a parliamentary form of government. Okay. And you know that India is a federal country, federal state in structure with certain unitary features. And you know who is our constitutional head? Hmm? The constitutional head of the executive of the union is the president. And as per the Article 79 of the Constitution of India, the Council of Parliament of the Union consists of the President and there are two houses. These are Council of States and Council of House of People. Council of State is known as Raj Sabha and the House of the People is known as Lok Sabha. Then Article 74. So you always remember there are so many articles in our constitution. So Article 74 of the constitution provides that there shall be a council of ministers. And who is the head of the council of ministers? It is the prime minister. Now Narendra Modi. So this council of ministers headed by the prime minister, they advise the president, who is the constitutional head, so the president who shall exercise his functions in accordance to the advice of the council of minister. So the president has to work always on the advice of the council of ministers. And prime minister is the head of the council of minister. On the other hand, president is the constitutional head. But he don't have power to act on his own decisions. He has to act only and only on the advice of the council of ministers. So many people say that president is simply a rubber stamp. Anna, simply a rubber stamp. He has to act as per the advice of the council of ministers. So we can say the real executive power is vested in the council of ministers with the prime minister as its head. So you can see all the decisions are taken by the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Okay. So Constitution, what does it mean? So it is the set of rules and regulations guiding the administration of the country. Right? So it is written rules and regulations. And this is necessary to govern the country. So the constitution is the backbone of every democratic and secular fabric of the nation. And regarding our constitution, Indian constitution, it is the longest constitution in the world. Okay. So always remember, it is longest constitution in the world. And the so many features has been taken from the different countries like US, Canada, UK, and so different features have been taken from the different countries. So the Constitution of India was framed by, as I told, by the Constituent Assembly, which was established in 1946. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected President of the Constituent Assembly. Right? So Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was the first President of India, he was elected President of the Constituent Assembly, which was established in the year 1946. So you might have heard, everybody says our Honorable Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he is known as the person who has framed the Constitution of India. Actually, he was appointed the to draft the Constitution. So there was a draft committee. And B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was the chairman of the draft committee. So the draft committee took 166 days, which was spread over a period of 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days. So it took a longer time just because, as I told, the different features of our Constitution of India has been taken from Britain, Ireland, Switzerland, France, Canada, and America. So the different features of these countries have been incorporated in Indian Constitution. Now, as I told, there are so many features taken from the different countries, and this Constitution of India came into the force on 26 January 1950. So as I told, it is the longest constitution of the world. How it is longest? So once again, our constitution contains 395 articles. So all the time we will refer different articles. So all the provisions have been put under the different articles. And these articles are divided into 8 schedules. And each and every word of the constitution is very important. And there are about 1,45,000 words. So that's why our constitution, which contains 395 articles, 8 schedules, and 1,45,000 words. So it is the longest constitution in the world. And every article in the constitution was debated by the members of the Constitution Assembly. And this Constitution Assembly also took a very longer time. They sat together for 11 sessions, 167 days to frame the Constitution over a 2 years and 11 months. And there is a provision of amendment. So this section contains every article in amended Constitution of India. So last amendment was on 2020 with its corresponding article in the draft Constitution of India 1948. Right. So as I told, there are 8 schedules. So the schedules to the Constitution, which are now, it has been increased. These are now 12 in number. Elaborate the government policy or rules in relation to a specific article of the Constitution. So each Constitution in this section is tagged with the corresponding articles for the ease of understanding. So this is about the Constitution of India. Constitution of India, its understanding is very necessary for each and every citizen of India. Right? It is necessary to understand for each and every citizen of India. Just because if you understand your constitution, you can be aware of your rights. Okay. Not only the rights, if the rights have been provided by the constitution, there are some duties also. And if each Indian citizen understands his rights and the duties, they can contribute in the development of the country. So, for information, India has one of the oldest legal system in the world. So all the legal acts, rules, regulations have been clearly elaborated in our constitution. Its law and jurisprudence stretches back into the centuries, forming a living tradition which has grown and evolved with the lives of the diverse people of India. India's commitment to law is created in the constitution, which constituted India into a sovereign democratic republic containing a federal system with a parliamentary form of government in the union and the states. And there is a provision in our constitution that there will be an independent judiciary, guaranteed fundamental rights, and directive principles of state policy. So how the country will be governed, at the same time it is a federal state. So there are directive principles to the state also. So as per the directive principle of the state policy, they can take their own decision that how to govern the state. So this state policy contains objectives which, though not enforceable in law, but are fundamental to the governance of the nation. Right? So, Roshan, Roshan,
Yes, sir.
so have you any idea about this Constitution of India?
No, sir.
No idea. But each and every people, they say we are the citizen of Indian Republic. India is a India is an independent country. Earlier it was governed by the British, but now we are all free to live, huh? And we have some fundamental rights. What are the different rights? Fundamental rights? Hmm? Freedom of speech, huh? Freedom of religion. It is upon you which
Yes.
religion you follow. Huh? Freedom of employment. These all things will be discussed later on when we will discuss the preamble. Right? But these all things have been stated, clearly stated, written in our constitution. And this uh, freedom of equality, huh? So the fountain source of law in India is the constitution, and which in turn gives due recognition to the statutes, cases, laws, customary law, consistent with its dispensations. And these statutes, these are enacted by the parliament, state legislature, and union territory. So in India, usually you will find that there is a union government, government of India, and the whole country is divided into different states, and all the states have different state legislatures, and some of the areas are identified as union territory, legislature, like our Delhi. Delhi comes under the union territory. Pondicherry. Okay. So how many states we have in India? Hmm? So there are how many states in India? Very simple question. Vedant,
20,
are you there? Ah, yeah, yes, Roshan? Yes, Roshan.
28, 28,
Huh?
28.
28. Is it? 28 only?
29.
29. So what is your full name, Roshan?
Sir,
Roshan,
Roshan,
you are from Jharkhand, huh? Serial number, Jharkhand, as a state. We are
no,
28th
no, sir.
state of India. Okay. We are 28th state of India. And which state is 29th? 29th? Sahil?
Sir, Telangana.
Telangana. So,
Sir, but Jammu Kashmir became a union territory, right? So 28.
yeah, that is union territory, not the state, na?
Yes, sir. So 28 now.
Okay, so then Jammu Kashmir, it became the union territory.
Yes, sir. So it's 28 right now, sir, because 29 it was before.
So, okay, again 28. It remained 28, na? Okay. So, each state makes its own legislature, which has been empowered by the directive principles of the state policy. Okay. So there is also a vast body of law known as subordinate legislation in the form of rules, regulations, as well as bylaws made by the central and the state government as well as local authorities. So there is a local government system also in India. These are municipal corporations, municipalities, gram panchayats, and other local bodies. So the subordinate legislation is made under the authority conferred or delegated either by the parliament or the state or the union territory concerned. And the decisions of Supreme Court are binding on all courts with the territory of India. So as India is a land of diversities, local customs, conventions, which are not against statute, morality, etc. And these are to a limited extent also recognized and taken into account by courts while they administer justice. So our constitution establishes India as a union of state as per our constitution with a parliamentary system of democracy. We are the biggest democracy in the world, one of the biggest. And in this democracy, it is the right and power of the citizens, adult citizens. They have a right to vote without any discrimination on any ground. So this makes universal adult franchise a hallmark of our democratic system. So it is very important to reiterate that each citizen has one vote each, and each vote carries equal weightage in the eyes of the constitution. Anna? So that's why someone has said about the democracy. Hmm? Democracy, I mean democratic country means by the people, for the people, and क्या है? Of the people. By the people, for the people, and of the people. But as I told that it is very important that every Indian citizen has one vote each, and each vote carries equal weightage in the eyes of the constitution. So again, जनता के लिए जनता के द्वारा, जनता का जनता के लिए जनता के द्वारा, for the people, of the people, by the people. But because of this equal weightage of vote, it is said, क्या बोला जाता है? लोकतंत्र वह जमहूरियत है जहां वोट गिने जाते हैं, तौले नहीं जाते. Have you heard? Huh? And what is the demerit of this word? Why it has been said? क्या? यहाँ वोट गिने जाते हैं, यहाँ वोट तौले नहीं जाते। कोमल, हेलो कोमल। कोमल, अब क्या है? वेदांत, हर्षवर्धन,
Sir, I don't have any idea about it, sir. I have never heard about it before.
No, sir, I don't have idea, sir.
no idea. It is very simple. It is said that as per our constitution, each Indian citizen has voting power and he has one vote each, and each vote carries equal weightage in the eyes of the constitution. है ना? And as I told, कि जमहूरियत में वोट गिने जाते हैं, तौले नहीं जाते हैं. इट मीन्स अभी वोट होने वाला है ना यूपी में, पंजाब में. सो एनी पर्सन, any adult person having 18 years of age can cast a vote and form a government. So whether he is literate or illiterate, experienced or inexperienced, है ना? And he can cast his vote without any discrimination or any ground, right? So suppose one side there is one IAS, there is one professor, there is one officer, huh? There is one doctor, you are engineers. So your vote will have same weightage like any of the person in India, a farmer, a common worker, whether he is literate or illiterate. So that's why, so there is no weightage for the education or the experience or any kind of those things. Each and everyone have equal power, whether he knows the constitution or not, but he knows he has one voting right. Okay. So votes of equal weightage in the eyes of the constitution. So, and as per the provisions of our constitution, there are 3 organs of the government. Anna. So the government governs the country or the state with the 3 organs, with the help of 3 organs. These are like parliament. So parliament means the legislature, union legislature or the state legislature. Likewise, executives, all the officers, IAS or district state officers, they are the executives. And there is one judiciary also. And the order ruling of the Supreme Court of India is binding upon even the legislature and the executive. Legislature is responsible for framing of the rules, laws, regulations, acts. But there is judiciary to look after whether they are working as per the rule or not. Supreme Court is there to look that the rights and the interest of each individual in the country is being protected by these organs or not, by the legislatures, the executives, or the judiciary. So these 3 organs work in the tandem to ensure the governance of the nation and the welfare of the people. Legislature makes laws, executives implements laws, and judiciary, interprets laws within the limit set down by the Constitution. So the executive and the legislature represent the will of the people, while an independent judiciary serves as the conscience keeper of the nation. Okay. So this is all about the Indian Constitution. So for each and every individual, okay, and you are the engineers. So you have the responsibility to build the nation. That's why this subject has been incorporated in your syllabus so that you can understand your rights and duties towards the nation building. Okay. So even if it is non-credit course, but the understanding of the Constitution is very important for you people. So try to understand it, try to attend all the classes, whatever we will discuss. I know this is the longest Constitution of the world, and we cannot complete each and every article and schedules and 1,045,000 words, and each word have its specific peculiar meaning. So we will try to understand it. And the Constitution, which took 166 days for the National Assembly to frame, it is not easy to understand within this one semester. Hardly 30 classes. But we'll try. Okay. So now for your attendance, 83 are present. Download attendance. One file downloaded. Okay. Now Sagar and Justin, I'm just trying to add you in this group. Okay.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, Haswadan.
Sir, for that Shashank Sekhar, you said to contact which department, sir?
Semester office.
Semester office. Sir, is it possible that if he sends you the registration slip, in that it's there, then can you add him
I'm
there?
trying to add them. Okay.
Yes,
but
sir.
when I time to add, it shows just I will tell you, just wait, huh?
Yes, sir.
What does it says? Ek minute. Teams. Add member. B.Tech. And their roll number is just a minute. Like 7 to 5, na?
Yes, sir.
Pramanik, na?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir. Shashank Sekhar.
I am.
So what is your roll number?
Sir, 1 second, sir.
Huh?
Sir, 1 second, sir. I'll say 1 second.
By the time I am adding this.
Yes, sir.
By the time I'm adding Sagar, okay. 10353. Sagar?